guys, Troll 9002. As you know, if you follow me on Facebook, I've been hiking the past couple weekends with my friend Kat. It's been a lot of fun. This past weekend was exceptionally fun because we found a lot of different weird things out in the woods, like hollowed out trees that are still alive. I mean, there's nothing in the stump, but it's still alive. I don't know. But I took that as inspiration and wrote a story. So, are y'all ready? Fasten your seatbelts. Here we go. Okay. So, one day while out for a walk, I noticed something was going on with the nature. There were trees that were still alive but had hollowed out trunks. I had an uneasy feeling about walking around that day, but I have my friend Kat with me. She has a good sense of direction, and if you have a bad sense like me, you should not go out on your own. Anyways, as we were walking, nature kept landing on me. Stuff like small twigs, leaves, and yes, nuts too. That's a lot of nuts! Sorry, I had to say it. We got halfway through the trail and we stopped to snack and to drink water and rest, and to watch the water drift in between two landings that looked like they used to be bridge ends. Inspecting the water and still things hitting me, we got up, collected our trash, put it in the backpack, and continued on. Once we got up the other side of the trail, I came upon this huge oak tree. I mean, it was big, I couldn't even get my arms around it. That had a hollow trunk. It also had openings big enough for people to stick their heads in and look up. Weird, right? Anyway, I wasn't going to do that, but I did want to take a picture next to it. So I went over to the side of it, and that is when it started to pull me in. I couldn't believe what was happening. The tree was trying to eat me. It didn't have teeth, obviously. I mean, how silly would that be? Anyway, as I struggled to get free, Kat thought I was messing around until I was gone. You could see me in the belly of the tree, per se, because the openings in the front were like jail bars, too small for this fat girl to fit through. So I had no idea how I had no idea how I was going to get out. None, because I wasn't going to fit. So while I was in there, I tried to find out how I was going to be digested, and why the tree ate me. The tree didn't know how to digest a human, but it knew it had to get rid of the humans somehow. You see, it all started while a prescribed fire went wrong, and a non-experienced park ranger burned the oak tree trunk on purpose, just to leave his mark on it. He thought he was going to be funny. And then all the little seedlings around the oak tree that the oak tree had just dropped were all burned with the underbrush. And that is why nature kept throwing things at me. We were the first ones to walk the trails after the fresh burn. And so I finally calmed down and figured out how to get out of the oak tree's stomach, and I backed out slowly and promised to bring it to attention of the park people about what this person had done as marking the tree with fire. And just as I squeezed out, I got stuck. You know, fat girl, small openings. I got stuck. And Kat, who finally realized I wasn't messing around, ran over, pulled me out the rest of the way. And after the final yank of getting me out, she fell into an open tree trunk as well. And I had to save her from it, except the oak tree that tried to eat me told the baby oak to let Kat go. And so it did. We escaped, unhurt and unafraid, but we did finish the trail. And nature stopped throwing things at me the whole way to the car. We got to the ranger station and let them know about the loser, inexperienced prescribed fire starter guy. And they went out and confirmed the spot on the tree and fired the person that day. No pun intended. And now, every time we go out to the park, it is special knowing that the tree will never be intentionally hurt again. The wind would sometimes blow through the trees, and like a flute, they would turn their hollow trunks a certain way and it would make different tones, which had a very unique sound all their own. On one of our trips to the bridge landings, we sat there at least for an hour and a half to listen. And I don't know if me and Kat are the only ones that can hear it, but I never saw any other hikers react to the sound. Somehow me and Kat could hear it every time we were there. If you respect nature and listen hard enough, and almost die from being eaten by a hollow tree, I imagine you will learn how to hear the tree music. Just be aware that nature lives too, and we are not above being nice to nature. Thank you for tuning in to this short story. I hope you enjoyed it. This is Troll 9002, the good troll, signing out for the night. Hope to see you on the next page turn.